name is Bill Affleck. I'm chairman of Wigton Community Transport. The buses in general, firstly, we have a policy to make them available, affordable and accessible. And if we don't achieve these aims, we're really failing.
If I was to describe Wigtonshire, I would say it's one of the most rural communities in Scotland.
If it wasn't for these buses, I'd never be out of the house.
My name is Carmel Jones and I'm a manager of day services for adults with learning disabilities. Originally, although we had our own transport, every other service had their own transport. So older people had a bus and we had a bus and the youth groups had a bus. So it was quite a lot of transport around, but not really serving a great function and being very costly because everybody used their own bus. But now with us all coming together under the Rural Transport Solutions, the buses are all shared between everyone and there's no real distinction, it's just transport, which is how it should be.
This bus starts its run at about 6:45 in the morning, and it starts running from then, and it can run right through to midnight on a daily basis.
I start at about 8:30 in the morning and go and do a school contract. About 9 o'clock I go to the local day centre for the elderly and then go out into the countryside and pick them up. And if they didn't have rural community transport, then they wouldn't be able to get into the centre.
We lease the bus from Wigton Community Transport and we have 2 bus loads come in every day. So we do it, and if we didn't use that bus, we wouldn't be able to get the people into the day centre.
On that basis, it's maybe been 5 or 6 different user groups that has had access to the bus during that time. And during that time, the chances are the bus will have transported maybe 120 to 150 people during that one day.
We also lease the bus to take our members away on day trips as well. Tomorrow we've got 21 of them going away on a day trip, so apart from them bringing the people into the day centre, they'll also take 21 people away on an outing for us, so we use them quite a lot.
She just too lazy so that you would do a perfect pair.
Oh, the bowling trips, I love this. And not only that, the food in here is great. So looking forward after the game, we'll have a lovely lunch.
Well, we also work with other organisations as well, both in the evening. We work with the Women's Rural Institute and we also work with local football clubs. There's a big drive for Scottish youth football at the moment and the 2 biggest clubs in Stranraer rely on community transport to take them to their various matches.
Well, we were both involved in Girl Guides and we quite often use the community buses to take us away. 2 of our guiders were actually put through their minibus training by Brian that runs the bus company, and they're able to drive the buses for us.
I'd say in the wider community now it's covering older people, girl guides, youth groups. They all can use this transport, so we really are truly integrated into our local community now.
On our books we've got 256 user groups that the bus is available to.
And then after we picked all the members up and put them into the day centre, I'll go and work for the Adult Resource Centre, pick up a client for them, bring her in, and in the afternoon really just do the same again, just take them back home again.
People can come into places like the RC and the day centre and be cared for in groups.
often people say if something's costing less, then the service is diminished, but in actual fact it is costing less, but the service is dramatically improved.
The big difference to the transport we provide to that of commercial operators is cost. For instance, for social services, some of the runs we've done have actually half the cost that they were paying to commercial operators. On Saturday, the bus travelled from Stranraer to Edinburgh. It cost that group £62 for an outing for the whole day. Bye. Bye.
It's made a difference with the new bus set up because the staff are here much earlier in the morning. Because previously, with the old bus, they had to go up to the centre so that members could go into the centre before they came here. So that's a big difference. So we can start to get on with our work first thing.
The scheme was really set up initially to solve problems in the rural communities where there was a lack of accessible transport. It is easy enough to have commercial operators in an area, but that does not always meet the needs of the clients in that area. Door-to-door transport when you become elderly is more important than actually just having a daily bus service.
The transport initially was exclusively for the service users here, and the downsides to that were that it very much made us stand out in the community. Everybody would point to, oh, there's the big blue bus, or there's the big white bus, oh, that'll be the disabled people. I was a wee bit nervous about handing over our service because it's pretty specialised. People have quite special needs, and I was concerned that they wouldn't be able to meet those needs.
They could use public transport as in a bus, but they wouldn't pick them up at the home or take them back, and we're able to go into the house and pick them up and bring them into the day centre and make sure that the house is all locked up and they're getting care.
Because it's company every day, this is the thing, and you get a good meal at this day centre, 3-course meal.
We can pick people up and transport them from door to door in safety, and in doing so also reducing costs for the local authority.
If we didn't have them bringing our members into the day centre, they just wouldn't be able to come in at all.
So overall, it's been a really good project for us. Service users are benefiting. Some people up to as much as 2 hours extra per day of a service. Parents and carers can actually organise their lives. They can make appointments and know that they'll get to them instead of having to cancel them at the last minute because maybe my transport didn't work.
I'm Pat Andrews, and my son Philip goes to the ARC in Stranraer, and I'm very pleased with this new bus schedule.
On Monday I'm usually out there with John, Tuesday it's bowling, Wednesday I'm in here usually, if somebody's been prep we're down the workshop, Thursday I do drama, and Friday I do fitness.
He's away for about 8:30 in the morning, which is great, and he's not home till 4:15. It used to be about 5 to 9 when we only had the one bus, and he was last off the bus. It might have been 4 o'clock when he was home in the afternoon. And it's reliable. They do let you know if anything's wrong. Beforehand, when we only had the one bus, if anything was wrong with the bus, there was no bus. So now we've got a backup bus. If anything goes wrong, it's not going to go wrong with both of them. So we've got a backup bus, so that takes the anxiety of that away.
No, I think it's great, and the people on the bus are great with them.
You have to become sustainable, and the way you do that is working directly with your local community. They will support you if you can provide them with service.
We're always looking at where the needs are and to try and fill these needs. We will never entirely succeed, but we've got to keep trying.